Hello, welcome to the daily political tarot and astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I am here 365 days of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. Holy buckets, I have been here for hours. I started working on today's episode yesterday afternoon, and there is I'm trying to fix a comb that's in my hair. There is so much to cover. Buckle in. Trust me. We have excellent troll slayers who keep us safe. And we have got a fantastic community here because of you. Because you have been so kind to me and so kind to each other. Thank you. If you're watching this on replay, hello, you can skip all this. You can go down the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go. And, or you can watch back on like 1.25 speed or whatever works best for you. I'm just going to go with it. All right. We're just going with it today. All right. Oh my gosh. All right. So let me get out this. I had to restart my computer, though, because, of course, it's not Mercury retrograde, but it is Sun coming up to oppose Pluto on Friday, and so the everybody's crankiness level seems to be going up. It just and the frustration level and things. I even have this new mouse that's just maybe the problem's because I was having trouble with the old one. Maybe that's the issue, or it's just on the wrong side. Anyway, these are technical issues. I'll sort it through. Hello, I'll be able to. I'm just trying. It closed the page where I had the questions, so that's what I'm trying to find here quickly. We're starting out with a video. And actually now this is telling me that it's not going to show today's. Okay, I found it. Okay, it was like, oh my gosh, YouTube is not showing me today's page where I changed the description box and everything. It's like, okay, we're good. Just have to move this over and we can go on. Sorry about the delay. Okay. Like I said, oh my gosh, 3 minutes in, we're going to start with a video. Goodness gracious. Now, here's the thing. You know what? I'm not even going to say like what exactly this is. Let's just watch the video, shall we? And let me make sure I've got the right page. I don't often have Rumble open on my computer, but it's supposed to be here. Here it is. All right.
Thank you, sir, for giving me that opening. Well, according to Twitter, it was mine. Like, you have the world's most famous crackhead in residence. And somehow it was mine, according to Twitter. I haven't been there in like 3 years. I mean, think about that. Hey, I had a Secret Service detail. I've been through all the security protocols. I get it. My guys, who I stayed in touch with, many of them just dear friends, they're like, hey, dude, there's no way you would have gotten away with that. I go, I know. Luckily, I don't snort cocaine. Like, it's not my thing. But when I make fun of Hunter, then they go, oh, Don, you're a terrible human being. You're making fun of someone with addiction. I go, wait. Like, addiction does not absolve you from being a piece of crap throughout every other aspect of your life. Like, do you know let's talk about this for a second. Do you know what my father would have done to me if it was my laptop? Like, yeah, my dad would have sent me to Gitmo. Like, you're right. And somehow it was mine, according to Twitter. I haven't been there in like 3 years. I mean, think about that. Hey, I had a Secret Service detail. I've been through all the security protocols. I get it. My guys, who I stayed in touch with, many of them just dear friends. They're like, hey, dude, there's no way you would have gotten away with that. I go, I know. Luckily, I don't snort cocaine. Like, it's not my thing.
I don't. Really? I had a discussion with someone because, yeah, okay, look, I went to art school. I knew some people who took so many drugs, it was stupid. Stupid. But there wasn't a lot of cocaine in art school, around art school. I don't actually, I'm not familiar with the symptoms, like how to spot that. So I had to have a discussion with someone recently who does know some people from back in the day who would have very expensive snuff. Let's put it nicely. And I was saying, the only symptoms I would say that show to me is how painfully thin he's getting. It sounds like his allergies have just gotten so crazy, and he snorts a lot. Like there's something wrong here inside, like maybe the palate, something. I don't know exactly. So anyway, I was talking to this person, and this person was like, "Oh no, no, yeah, absolutely. That is absolute." Fran says, "Autumn, he was higher than a kite," and that's what this person was telling me. Oh, thank you, Ricky. I'll read through that again shortly. And so I was asking this person. I was saying, well, here's the thing. I mean, it's one thing, how does he afford it? But even beyond that, what's going to happen to him? I mean, he's obviously not someone who just did it once and walked away, if that's the case. And again, I don't know. Entertainment only YouTube. But so what's the likely outcome? And this person said to me, the most likely outcome is that he's going to, it shows at this point. People recognize it, which means it's getting worse. And he's probably built up a tolerance, so he's probably taking more and more. So Cindy says it eventually decays your nose, septum, and cartilage. Ew. If Holly and Fran says every addict thinks he's stronger than the drugs, they're all wrong. Yeah. Norma is saying, love your reading. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Norma. Don Jr. should know better. I think trying to get dad approval, he always win. Love never happened. Don Jr. always high. Yes. Yes. So is he going to end up in rehab, or is he going to do one of those public breakdowns? Or is he going to get the help he needs? Or the worst of options? Like Linda Graham says he could have a heart episode, which I hope he does not have. I honestly, I do not want any of these people to die. I don't want any of them to get horribly, horribly sick. All I want is evidence in a courtroom, a fair trial, and if it's a fair trial and the evidence, at least based on what we've seen, but I want them held accountable. That's what I want, 100%. Yeeks. So what's going to happen to Junior? Ricky says he's so high he probably could have said, "Hello, Captain Kirk." Oh, Star Trek reference for the win. That was awesome. Hello, Captain Kirk. Oh, gosh. I mean, I could tell he was lying. Just the way he stumbled over the word. It was like, really? Of all the words you stumbled over, that was the, yeah. Oh, me? No. No, I never partake. Considering it's normally these cups are in front of this person because they've already had their fill. Oh, no. Oh, no, not me. No. This is a refusal card. Anna says, stay focused on the court, not on their problems. Yeah. I'm just trying to understand what's going to happen here, Chariot, because it's bad. Major arcana. Okay. My parents are lovely, and I love them with every fiber of my being. It doesn't mean they are perfect people, because I'm not a perfect person. Nobody's perfect. And but I know my parents did the best they could. And one of the things is they were very strong people. They were both really strong people. Sometimes it was hard. It was arguing with them was like trying to row an ocean liner. So when it comes to Junior, the feeling of that parental strength sitting there. Now in his situation, it's toxic. Luckily, I did not have that. But do you know what my father would have done to me? Yeah, I understand some basic part of that because I have very strong-willed parents. So the whole emperor thing, yeah, that I get. But this is delusion. This is, well, he won before, he'll win again, and he always pulls a rabbit out of a hat, and yeah, like a con man. Not all magicians are con men, that's not what I'm saying. But all these trials coming up, and he thinks he's strong enough to handle whatever. And there'll be this great victory, and there's his father, and this is the strongest card here. But it's going to come as quite a shock when his father is found guilty of crimes. And I believe with every fiber of my being, well, almost every fiber of my being loves my parents, but every fiber of the other fibers. I'm kidding again. However you want to put that. Trump is going to be convicted. He just is. Multiple crimes. And he thinks he's fine. And it's going to be fine. But the ramping up as he's built tolerance, that feels real. Hassan Reed says ignore. Renier says, that's true. A former addict friend died of multiple organ failures year after he cleaned up. Drugs destroy your body. That's what happened to Pete Steele from Typo Negative. First of all, everybody in his family was like crazy, just big, tall people. And thank you, Julie. Thank you. And thank you, reality anchor. Thank you. They were just really, really just big people. And he was always saying how so many people in his family died. I say that it was like a family of Great Danes who don't live that long because they're just massive. And he took drugs for years and years. And later on, once he was clean, his heart went. So, yes, I know it can. I mean, we've seen it in public over and over and over. So, Ricky says, why do I get the feeling Senior supplying his son? I haven't gotten that feeling. Let's have a look. Senior supplying his son. No. 3 of Pentacles. No. No, because it's one thing what Donald does, what Sniffy does. Sniffy Senior does. What he does is whatever he does. But if the son was doing something like that, other than something, it's just, allergy medication I'm on, or whatever, Trump would use that against him. And oh my gosh, their relationship is so toxic, and Trump is so abusive to Junior. Page of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. No, he's not supplying him, but he set the example. Earth Yogi says, I have a Great Dane. I love him so much. He's sweet. I believe that. Andrew D says, my brother died of a heart attack from years of cocaine use. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Thank you, Norma. So what's going to happen to you, Junior? Right now, he thinks he's fine. I find it interesting that the Petty Boots Club, the talented trio on Sunday night, Johnny, Jenlyn, and Becca from House of Lenormand, Tara's Apprentice, from Johnny from Tara's Apprentice, they read on, is Junior done with Gargoyle? Because there was a photograph of him taken with Boebert, and someone was saying, is there something going on between those two? And all three of those great readers were like, they haven't broken up. They haven't broken up. They haven't broken up. So, serious health scares. Serious health scares. And then, when does the Bragg trial start? Not Bragg. Is he being sucked into the Bragg trial? I think he might be, but we know he's a part of the Letitia James case, which you say, oh, it's just civil. Yeah, she doesn't have the power to bring criminal charges, but she does have the power to dissolve Griftco. And this feels like this person is there's a reckoning of what's in the bags. Where did this come from? So he's, as the saying goes, he is cruising for bruising. So hello, Jane. Lois McDonald says Letitia James case, October 23rd. Kathy July says October. Thank you. All right. So, yeah. Let's just say social media had a good chuckle over that video. But all right, we're moving on. I'm going straight into questions you were asking today at 2030. Gosh, that took a long time. At 2030, Cathy N was asking, can we look at the Young Turks, why they're turning anti-trans? I knew they were bad, but good grief. Really? Kicking down at a vulnerable group, advocating we sell them out in order to defeat Republicans. Really? It's a fascist strategy. TYT is supposedly a progressive news channel, and their primary hosts and executives, Ana and Cenk. I don't actually watch it, so I just know of Ana. I don't know the others. Didn't Jimmy Dore used to be on there? Anyway, they're embracing ever more rightward topics and positions. It's sad. Ugh. Will they do better? Probably not. I'm just getting 3 cards. It's like just read 3 cards and walk away. 5 of Cups. They're very disappointing. They're very disappointing. Pronounced Cenk, says Sharon Rice. Like it's Turkish. Oh, Cenk. Okay, thank you. 4 of Wands, Ace of Wands, Queen of Swords. Here's the thing. I mean, I've said this for a while. Carol Langstaff says, not true. What's not true? What did they not? Tell me what you know, Carol. I really would love to hear what you have to say. What I am getting is that I've said this for a long time. If I had no morals, I could make a lot of money. Seriously. If I changed this channel to being pro-Trump, but if I could live on Pepto-Bismol and antacids and keep my lunch down and turn this into a pro-Trump channel, I could make a lot of money. There are people on the right who will watch psychics. There aren't many, but there are pro-right-wing tarot readers, psychics, you name it, out there on YouTube. They have a lot of followers. They get a lot of donations. I couldn't live with myself. I'd never do that. But Tishel says, hush. I wouldn't. I couldn't live with myself. And life's too short. And I'd have to betray every bit of good energy and every moral I have. And that's not happening. So, but, things are going to look a little different in the heat of all the trials for January 6th, for all the stuff that Trump did. Things are going to look a little different. The attraction of that far-right garbage. So, Sharon Rice says, no, don't go to the dark side. I wouldn't. I says, no, stay blue. Oh, Brown Bunny Baker says, TYT is left. Hang on. It's not anti-gay. I don't know where someone got their information. A Free Spirit says, I haven't noticed that on TYT. I don't watch them frequently, but they've been very progressive. From what I've seen, what I have personally seen is they're blue bashers. Carol Lamb says, TYT so far left, they don't like Biden. Yeah. Carol says, often a lot of what is discussed on TYT is sadly taken out of context. I might not agree with everything they say, but they're certainly not anti-trans. Okay. Well, then thank you for letting me know. Phyllis Rowan says they aren't anti-gay. The issue seems to be with trans athletes. Well, that's still trans. Anyway. Lois McDonald, thank you so much. Thank you. Brown Bunny Baker says they tend to bash both red and blue. Earth Yogi says, I'm going to look into it. Okay, thank you. And all right. Well, thank you. Thank you. Betty Cantrell says they are speaking out against trans. I have heard her. Okay. Well, all I know is if you are willing to bash Democrats, let's put it that way. If you are willing to bash Democrats, even if it's, yeah, you'll bash some Republicans too, but if you are willing to bash Democrats, you can make money. That's a fact. You can go all over YouTube and look. That has been my experience, what I've seen. But I am quite blue. This is a blue channel. So anyway. Carol M says they bash what they call corporate Democrats. I understand. Knight of Wands. Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords, Knight of Swords, Sun. It's also to gin up people's ire. Yeah, if you get people riled up, if you get people riled, that's another way to make a lot of money. And I'm just, no, thank you. I would like, first of all, I don't want to carry that kind of stress. I don't want to be angry every day. And I don't want you guys leaving feeling stressed. That would make me very unhappy. Thank you, Carol. Thank you. All right. Marianne S. says, I've seen several right-wing tarot readers using cards to prove QAnon theories as legitimate. Scared me to see their cards back the conspiracy theories. Ew. No, I don't want to check. It's like, well, I could check to see, will that continue to be successful? And it was like, I just got this, oh, you don't want to get into that energy. And it was like, you're right, I don't. Okay, moving on. Maladaptive Daydream says Anna K has been posting anti-trans stuff on Twitter. All right, well, Cathy Delisle, let's leave it with that. Empathy, love, peace. I do here. I do what I do here. They can do what they do there. Awesome. Can't we all just get along? All right. Oh, hang on. I need to bless my mother. Sorry. 2930. Peg had a question. Is Cassidy Hutchinson being protected? Will she remain safe throughout the January 6th trials? Good question. I certainly hope so. Hello, Azalea. Sarai says, yes, being angry every day is terrible in the body. Lurking Lady says, I've never seen right-wing tarot readers. Bet it's frustrating. Oh, isn't it just? Yeah. I've seen worse too. And some of them were just like, oh my gosh, I'm not seeing this. Anyway, Cassidy Hutchinson. Let me make this 30-30. It's Cassidy Hutchinson, sorry. Being protected. Is she going to be okay? Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Carol. Sending a bless mom. Thank you. All right, Cassidy Hutchinson. Well, nostalgia. That feels like she's got strong family support, which is excellent. I don't know is she married? Does she have kids? I honestly don't know anything about her personal life, but it feels like she's got good family support around her. 10 of Wands, World, 9 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, Tower. It feels like she's gonna be okay, but definitely she gets some threats, and her burden has been lifted off of her. I mean, she may need to go testify at certain trials, but on the whole, her burden was lifted from her by speaking out, and she's okay. She gets threats, and she will get threats, but it feels like she's okay. Carol M says her family abandoned her when she turned on 45. Really? Cassidy Hutchinson? Really? Carol M says that was the hardest thing for her. I'm getting... No, let me double check, but I'm getting boyfriend, husband, siblings, cousins, something. It feels like, okay. And good grief, if you would turn on your child for political beliefs, for speaking out, you're sick. Whew. Knight of Wands. Yeah, there are some crazies out there. We know that. Suburban Housewife says, I remember hearing her mother stand with Cassidy. I hope so. Joyce Matthews says, remember her father wouldn't pay for her lawyer. Okay. Carol Lamb said she needed money for an attorney and her family would not help her. Okay. Thank you. Going against the Emperor, how dare you. 4 of Swords, Ace of Wands, Temperance. She just told the truth. That's it. She brought things to light. That's it. She wasn't going to just put things under the rug. And they tried to. Trump was paying for it. Trump or his PAC or whomever, someone around Trump was paying for her lawyer until she finally said, "That's it. I'm getting my own lawyer." And the new lawyer was like, "Tell the truth and lay it all out there." And she was like, "Okay." Temperance, Sun. She's okay. That's what I'm getting. She's okay. So, Lucky Girl is here. Hello, Lucky Girl. It's been ages since we caught up. All right. Betty Cantrell says she saw them burning documents and did nothing. I still don't understand why they're working fireplaces in a building, even though it was gutted mid-century and redone. It's still flammable. You're big on the flammable. Anyway. All right. I better get a move on or I'm not going to get through everything because I've got astrology stuff to talk about. Trump has got some real problems coming up in the next few weeks. But I want to get through your questions first. Cindy is saying, Cassie likes to sleep at night. Yeah. Oh, lucky go giving kitty her medication. Good kitty. All right, at 35:30. Oh boy, copied a lot into the description box on this. Oh, Dana Hutchinson, thank you. Thank you. All right. Will she delay until after the election? State attorney explains how Judge Cannon could risk being taken off the Trump case. There's a hearing tomorrow. Donald Trump is just saying postpone it indefinitely, whereas Judge Cannon is more likely to give him bits and pieces. Who is saying this? There's the links in the description box. This is a state attorney was saying Cannon is more likely to give him bits and pieces, delay here, delay there, and then you turn around, it's already past the election. Essentially, death by 1,000 cuts. Trump may be overplaying his hand by asking Judge Cannon to go ahead and delay the thing indefinitely, which is what he's asking. No. I don't think he'll get that. If Judge Cannon grants that, I think she'll be reversed by the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals, possibly even taken off the case. Jon Sale, who was an assistant U.S. attorney during Watergate, said if you do the math, they're really saying until after the election, which seems like forever, but it's 17 months. Right now, Judge Cannon is trying a case. It's a complicated Medicare fraud case that was indicted 18 months ago. So it's not the rocket docket. Every judge is different, but I think Judge Cannon, since the whole world is watching, I think she's going to hold both parties' feet to the fire. Some of the legal arguments, for example, they need a lot of time because there are hundreds of thousands of documents to review. Well, that doesn't take 17 months. In a lot of cases I'm involved with, we have that volume of documents. It's not like the old days. There are vendors and search terms. It's the classified documents that are the problem. She will probably set another status conference and determine what's a realistic trial date. So this is happening tomorrow. So will she delay in a big way? Will she delay, go by death by 1,000 cuts? Or is she actually just going to be, no, we're moving forward? Ace of Cups. Well, it helps that right up front, Jack Smith's prosecutors were like, oh, here, discovery? Oh, here. Take it all. You don't have to ask for anything. Take it all. There you go. Good luck. There was no back and forth. No, just that helps. Yep. Here. It's yours. 9 of Swords. Ooh, Trump has reason to worry. King of Wands. Yeah, Trump has real reason to worry. Did you see his interview this weekend? Was it last night or was it just this weekend? Where he was saying, well, I think Judge Cannon, I think she loves this country. I think she really loves this country and will do the right thing. Queen of Swords, Temperance, Sun again. Temperance and Sun again. Okay, that's some delay. I don't like this Queen of Swords here because this isn't the Justice card. This could be her just as a judge where she's doing her own thing. That's some delay to work out. Okay, so how much delay? A little delay, a lot of little, a little delay, a lot of little delays, which just build up, or what? Yeah, Cindy, Don the Con's usual way of incriminating with nice words. Yeah, salty chips. It's asking, tamper much? Exactly. Cathy Delau says, I missed that particular gaslighting episode. You didn't miss much. I wouldn't say you were missing it. 10 of Cups. To quote Office Space. A 10 of Cups. 3 of Pentacles. Hierophant. Knight of Cups. Okay. I got Temperance. What did I get? I got Temperance and what was after the Temperance card? I just there will be a plan. But Knight of Cups, this is the prosecution side moving things along. And I've got a 10 of Cups here. So I don't think she's going to be acting as biased as she did before. I don't think she's there is Renier says I get Cannon being monitored very closely. That's what I get. Yeah. So this is not, I don't feel like this is going to turn out as happy. I don't think Trump is going to be singing her praises quite as much after tomorrow. Yes. Well, that would be the question, wouldn't it? At 42, let's ask, how will Trump feel after tomorrow's court hearing? Oh, thank you, Jeffrey. Like Yogi says, she makes me nauseous to read on. Well, she's of a type. All right, Trumpy. Oh, Mr. Panic. It's not her. It's not bothering me at all that I pick up panic when I read on Trump these days. How are you going to feel after tomorrow's hearing? Temperance, not something Trump's really in love with. 5 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, 4 of Cups, Death card. I don't get her. So I don't get her deep sixing the case. I get that his Trump's lawyers, they'll get some things, not all. But what he's trying to get her to do, he's going to be mad. He's going to be bigly mad. Because he's a spoiled brat. Grow up. Whew. All right. So the next question is related to her as well. And then we'll go on to other things. 4415. The next question is, will she be fair or unfair in the trial? Will Judge Aileen Cannon, will she be fair or unfair? Thank you, Norma. Suburban housewife. Those are beautiful words. Defendant Trump. Fair or unfair? 10 of Cups. I'm getting happy cards. We're going to be pleased overall. But we'll see. Page of Cups. 7 of Cups. Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. She's letting the evidence speak for itself on the whole. Not entirely, but she's no fan of the prosecution here. She's just not. And she's totally open to Trump's lawyers saying this is absolute garbage. There's nothing here. She's like, great, give me something. But what they're giving her, it's the plan's obvious. He had the things. He had them for too long. He hid them. There's a recording of him saying he didn't have the right to declassify it. There was not a moving the boxes, and there's this has been pretty consistent for what I've been getting. She's like, okay, on the right, give me something here. I'm gonna toss this. I'm gonna punt. I'm gonna drop kick this case right out of this court. Go ahead. And the prosecution is like, excuse me, video. His own words. Evidence, 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 evidence. And she's like, sorry, you on the right. I can't help you. So that's what I am getting. Where is Boo Boo? If I don't fall over. He's right there. He's all snuggled up. He's under the blanket in his big fluffy bed. So, suburban housewife. Thank you. Stay blue. Oh, folks, look, I realize in the summer it can get hard. The channel can struggle. I get that. Trust me, I get that. There's no way on the face of this earth I would turn one tiny drop less blue than I am right now. Not a chance. Because I actually have spiritual beliefs. And there's a vibration level that we live on. And if you do not do everything you can to stay on the high road, you will suffer. People around you will suffer. The kiddies will suffer. No. Yes, I could make more money, but I couldn't do it. There's no way. Anyway. All right. 48 minutes. Man, this is brutal. 48:15. Okay, you on the right. Can we take climate change seriously now, please? Seriously. Seriously. Oh, Cindy, blue blood in your veins, literally. Oh, yeah. Yeah, especially when I'm tired. Looks like right here I look like a road map of the continental U.S. Just blue. Anyway. 49. In Georgia, 90% of the peach harvest is gone. The trees bloomed too early. 3 days of frost hit, killed all the flowers. 90% of the peach crop from Georgia, gone. Peach farmers, their orchards and what have you, they've put out signs saying, come visit us in 2024. They can't open their stores because usually, if you have an orchard, you'll have people come and they can pick fruit as well. And you usually have a store where you sell little goodies, peach scented this, peach flavored that, little pies, stuff like this. There's nothing to sell. There are no peaches. So, hey, on the right, can we take climate change a little more seriously, please? Please, oh please. Dave says, you almost quoted the Buddha again. Did I? Earth Yogi says they had to use California peaches. Ooh. Sharon Rice says, no wonder there aren't any peaches in the store. Yeah, M. Kelpie. Well, they won't need immigrants to pick them. 10 of 1. Burden. One heck of a burden. Also, for what it's worth. Oh, Felder Ray, thank you. Thank you. For what it's worth, Wands is summer, and the color is red. Heat. 3 of Wands. Empress. No, not really. Well, they'll still come up with whatever short term, whatever lines their own pockets. Tigress of Forley said I had a hard time finding peaches this year. Nectarines too. Ooh. New Hampshire Mountain Dancer says our peach growers in New Hampshire had their crops spoiled too, and apples. Ouch. Whatever's going to line their pockets now. As far as the country goes, as long as I've got mine, that's all that matters. Unbelievable. I always say the difference between Democrats and Republicans is that Democrats, on the whole, Democrats believe in civilization. We know that nobody rises on their own. You just don't. Those roads out there, I can't pay for all of them. I'm grateful everybody chips in for the roads, for the schools, for all of these things that we take for granted. Unbelievable. All right. Oh, Kelly says Maryland crop is good this year. Really? There's an emoji, but I can't tell what it is. From here, it looks like corn, an ear of corn, to be honest. Darren says no peach pie, no peach cobbler, no fresh sliced peaches. And FYI, I only buy California oranges. Forget Florida oranges. Kathy DeLau says Benjamin Franklin called it the Commonwealth. Yeah, I like that. Okie dokie. 5310. Okay, 5310. Michael Cohen heads to trial against the Trump Organization today, demanding $1.3 million in legal fees. At his trial kicking off against Griftco, as I call it, in Manhattan Supreme Court on Monday, Cohen plans to convince a panel of New Yorkers that his former boss's company should foot the cost for all of the lawyers involved in the years-long saga he has gone through. Where Cohen spent 3 years in custody, in prison, for something he did for his boss, who's still out golfing or whatever. Knight of Swords. Yeah, and Trump is responded, isn't he, trying to sue Cohen for like $500 million or something stupid? Sorry. Nine of Swords. Well, it's just these. Nine of Swords. King of Pentacles. Page of Wands. Cohen has quite a story to tell. He has, if he could just clean up his language a little bit in front of a jury, or in front of whoever he's arguing, if it's the judge, the jury, whatever it is, he's got quite a tale of woe. And then to not get paid on top of it makes Trump look really bad, which you'd think would be pretty easy to do considering it's Trump. And Trump, Griftco's argument here, Trump's argument is pathetic. And didn't somebody in the chat say that, didn't someone in the chat say that actually Sniffy Jr. actually has to testify for the Cohen trial? I don't know. Anti-tabs? Anita. Is it Anita? What's wrong with Boo Boo? Nothing. Hello, sweetheart. Okay. Are you okay, precious? Oh, you're so good. Oh, he's just a warm, little happy kitten. I just want to make sure you're all right. Yes, you are. Oh, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. Tell me you're a good boy. He's fine. He's perfectly fine. Peekaboo kitty. Yes. A mountain dancer. Kathy John says nesting cats. Yes. So, yeah. This, I don't even want to read on it. Maybe 3 cards? No, I don't even know. Anyway, at 5640, for whatever it's worth. Bitter feud between Marjorie Trader Greene and Boebert could erupt into a fist fight at any moment. Look up the meaning of the word ratchet. Representative Tim Burchett? I'm going to go with Burchett. A Republican from Tennessee compared the situation to professional wrestling. See, just when you thought this couldn't get any grosser. Quote, I am friends with both of them. It's entertaining to think that a fistfight could break out at any moment. I kind of dig that. Unquote. She's gross. She's gross. But the grossest person of the day, I think, goes to Tim Burchett. I kind of dig that the women might fight. Ew. Yeah, B. Smith, creep. Yes. They're not going to. Oh my gosh. If I didn't like pigs as much as I do, because I think they're intelligent animals, I'd say he's a pig. So what's going to happen to Burchett? Oh, thank you, Beth Cat. I won't repeat it. Thank you. Tigers of Foily says gross. Yeah. What's going to happen to Tim Burchett? Queen of Pentacles. Page of Wands. 7 of Cups. Knight of Cups. All right, I don't know anything about this person. I don't know where they were on Jan 6. I don't know I know nothing about this guy. He's there, and he lies about, I'm guessing he lies about Democrats. This Knight of Cups is, I wonder if he's going to be questioned about some things. So I don't know if he had anything to do with January 6th. I don't even know if he was there. I'm just saying there is a little hint of question, something. Anne says it's a man thing. Well, a lot of them get into the idea of a cat fight. It's a some man thing. I'll go with that. But John France says the grossest thing is he's friends with both of them. I don't know, John. It's kind of a stretch to think that's the gross thing, but I know what you mean. Okay. All right. Some of these I'm going to move over to tomorrow, but I absolutely, at 101, I absolutely wanted to make sure I showed you something. You see, sometimes I get long-winded on astrology, and it's like, oh, she's talking about astrology. Sometimes I take great pleasure in finding or compiling Trump's astrology forecast, his horoscope, if you will, because I just really, I love how they try to use, for certain aspects, they try to use this lovely language of, you know, there may be challenging times ahead, but just be honest and straightforward and you'll be fine, you know. And then it's like, this is for Trump. He's hosed. All right. So I even have two charts. Let me get rid of this. Butterflies. Share screen. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So I've got these two charts. Now, I won't read this whole thing. Don't worry. Most of this is just part of the notes I was gathering. So my first thought was no, that's not the right date. Is it? No. Yes, this is the wrong date. This is, hang on, where's the sun? There's, yes, sorry. This is July. Oops. You see the problems I have. This is July 21st at 11:53 p.m., I think. Sorry about that. This is the, this Friday, the sun is going to be opposite Pluto exactly. And that's why this week you may find things feeling kind of intense, a little bit more emotional, a little frustrating, or finding yourself getting emotional about frustrations. That's just the sun in the sky, which is like the collective us, opposite, getting on that seesaw with Pluto on the other side. Anyway, well, I had a look at that, and what I found was that this actual aspect isn't doing, it's doing some things in his chart, but it's not making like major aspects to things in his chart. But there's other stuff going on that people aren't talking about. Because before I've talked to you guys about, and I'm calling this injunction junction. Okay. Not injunction, in conjunction junction. That's it. In conjunction is 150 degrees. So instead of it being opposite, to something being opposite, which would be 180, you just knock it over one sign in either direction and you get 150 degrees. That's inconjunct. And what the energy between the two things do is it's a disconnect. They can't, you can't, they don't want to, I joke that it's like two ships passing in the night, only it's like for me, which is I'm on this ship, he's on that ship, there's a lot of water between us and we're going in opposite directions, and I just kind of wave and he just kind of waves, and that's it. That's in conjunct. That's what that aspect is. Or sometimes I refer to it because it's so hard to get and the energy to work to get. I sometimes think that if one of them is transiting, it almost like pulls the plug out a little bit on whatever's in your chart. So you can't quite use that thing in your chart. Well, I am explaining that because if you will look at Exhibit A here, Trump's chart for this Friday, although this is more of an ongoing thing, he's got 3 major things in conjunct in his chart. So things transits creating in conjunct aspects to his natal chart. So I'll go here, I'll unplug that a little, unplug that. I'll take his power away here, I'll take his power away there, I'll take his power away here. And 2 of those are forming what is called a yod. Yod is this arrowhead shaped thing that's just like that. It's 2 in conjuncts, and the ends of them are about 60 degrees apart. Hang on, that is a yod, isn't it? Okay, now I start talking about this, and my brain goes, wait a second. Is it 30 or 60? Yeah, 60 degrees. That's right. Okay. I know, I should know all this, but sometimes my brain just jumps out of my head and says, ha, look at you. And I'm like, what? Anyway, he has a yod. A yod is that arrowhead shape, that sharp arrowhead shape. That is a fated moment. That is a fated thing. And it is pointing at not only his Mars manhood action, his god of war, but because of where it is, it's also pointing on his ascendant, on how he is presented to the world, how he presents himself to the world. So you get all of that in conjunct energy going straight to how he can present himself and how he can take action, and just going, oh, loosen that plug a little, loosen that plug, loosen that plug. And Saturn, which is the big party pooper in the sky, the wet blanket of the zodiac, is in conjunct to Trump's Neptune. And we've talked about Neptune because Neptune is art, fantasy, the immaterial, what diffuses. It's what it is square. His Neptune is square his Mercury, which means his Mercury is how you communicate. Neptune is fantasy. They're at odds with each other. They grind against each other. And when people who have that in their chart, when they go wrong, they are liars. Just lying. Well, with big wet blanket Saturn, Kronos, saying, okay, let's do the audit. And this taking his little fantasy machine, fog machine that he blows all over and going, okay, let's unplug that a little bit. Yeah. So, yes, Elizabeth M. conjunct the retrograde Venus opposing Pluto. Not a good day for him. True. But I did want to point out the in conjuncts. The in conjunction junction, what's your function? Now, but wait, there's something even better. I like this. I just want to say this, read this quickly. An astrology transit of Pluto in conjunct natal Mars, which is here, this one right here, indicates there's a disconnect between your long-term goals and ambitions and your sense of self-assertion and independence. This transit can be a source of tension and frustration, as you may find it difficult to assert your will and take action to achieve your goals. You may be feeling a lack of control over your life. I love that. Okay, it gets even better. You ready? August 1st, full moon. Which, full moon, you get the sun opposite the moon. It is smack dab on Trump's Pluto, which is his sense of power. It is going to just blast this thing with energy. When you've got even just the conjunction of sun and Pluto, or moon opposite Pluto, a period of intense transformation and change. It can bring up feelings of power, control, and intensity. So, but this one, an intense period of transformation as well. During this time, you may feel a powerful call to confront the darker parts of yourself and your life, and to bring into the light any hidden or unconscious patterns of behavior that are no longer serving you. This is a time of great emotional intensity, as the moon represents our feelings and Pluto our subconscious. You may experience strong feelings of fear, anger, and sadness, as well as a desire to explore and understand the deeper motivations behind your behavior. Not a chance. Not a chance is he going to explore or understand the deeper motivations behind his behavior. But considering 2 weeks from the following week from this, when this happens, is when Fani Willis has asked the Fulton County Courthouse to clear the decks for 2 weeks. And full moons are when things often will come to a culmination. And this is going to blast the Pluto in Trump's chart. Yeah. I'm thinking this Friday, when we get the sun opposite Pluto, where all of us are kind of a little bit, that will pass. But this full moon, remember, like, for example, McCarthy, you know how he lost 14 times in a row before he became speaker, and he won on the 15th time. That 15th time, it went on all week long, but the full moon is when he finally got it. The culmination. Yeah. So August 1st. Oh, yeah. A time of great emotional intensity. We have the two luminaries, the two biggest things, the most powerful things in our astrology here on Earth, and they are going to be zap. Cat Shepherd says Jupiter's backing away slowly, saying, leave me out of this. So, yeah. And this is on top of, even the yacht I was talking, the yacht I was talking about, the inconjuncts I was talking about, those are still in play. Chat Wadsworth asked, do you think Fani knew about Trump's astrology? No. I don't think so. But anyway, I just wanted to share this with you because I saw that and it was like, oh, well now. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Elizabeth said the full moon is always significant for him because of his birth chart full moon. True. Stop screen. A few more little butterflies, and it's 1:34 p.m. here in Chicago. That's going to do it for me for today. But I am here 365 days of the year. You cannot get rid of me, try as you might. Janelle says, that was great. I'd love to see another collab with Andre. I'm concerned about Andre. There was talk yesterday that his mother might be ill. I'm going to be sending him a message today. So anyway, that will do it for today, but I'll be back tomorrow at 3. It's 1:34 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. You're always welcome. Other than that, oh, you are not alone. We are in this together. And Lordy, there are good days ahead. All right. So hang in there. All right. Take care. And I'll see you right back here tomorrow.